From Australia's southwest coast comes the tale of a sea lion pup and the unique animals that share this rugged environment. Spanning two worlds, the pup faces threats on the land from his own kind and in the sea from monsters of the deep. From helpless pup, reliant on his mother's care, to fully grown male, searching for his own breeding territory. He has a long journey ahead of him to become the Sea Lion King. On this remote corner of southern Australia, it's pupping season for the Australian sea lions. Equally at home in the sea as they are on land, their pups are born on the shore. Only a week old, this male pup has the potential to grow to 30 times his weight, live to over 20 years old, and fight many battles in his lifetime. But for now, he is completely dependent on his mother. Mum and pup form a strong bond, quickly learning to recognize each other's unique scent and calls. Mum will spend an incredible 18 months dedicated to her pup before she will give birth again. During this time, she will be his teacher, passing on her knowledge of where to find food and how to catch it. Knowledge he will need to eventually survive on his own, if he can avoid the threats that await him. Despite the care of their mothers, only about half these pups will survive this vulnerable time. As their name suggests, Australian sea lions are only found in Australia, along the rugged southwest coast and islands. While physically similar to sea lions in other parts of the world, they differ by breeding only every 18 months instead of the more common annual cycle. "200 years ago, sealers hunted them to the brink of extinction. Their population has never fully recovered, perhaps due to their long breeding cycle and slowness to reach maturity. Now one of the most rare and endangered species of seal in the world, their survival hangs in the balance. Although for the most part, they seem relaxed. It's not only sea lions who breed in this rookery. These black-faced cormorants also raise their young on the rocks and depend on the ocean for food. Space is at a premium, and life in the rookery is not always peaceful. Female sea lions are territorial and jostle for space. Each mother is extremely protective of her own pup. But small pups can get caught up in the fray. To make matters worse, large males stalk the females. A week after giving birth, females are fertile again for just 24 hours. The male doesn't want to miss this opportunity, so he mate guards them, using pheromone cues to tell if they're receptive. Although they'll let him know if the time is not right. Rival males travel up and down the coast, willing to fight for mating opportunities. It's a time of new life and violent clashes. The challenger has won this bloody battle. But tensions still run high as the new dominant male searches for a female who is ready to mate. It has been a week since the pup's mother gave birth, and the triumphant male wants to mate with her. The pup is in danger of being crushed. In desperation, Mum throws the young pup out of the way. The male has his first mating opportunity. The week-old pup has survived. But others were not so lucky. The marauding male has left carnage in his wake. Some pups were killed deliberately. Others accidentally crushed in the chaos. Pups are most at risk when their mothers are feeding at sea. On their return, some mothers will attend their dead pups for days. The young pup was lucky to have his mother there to protect him. Just over the headland, some travellers have taken up residence. Unlike the sea lions that breed in the same place every 18 months, Australian pelicans are highly mobile, searching out rich fishing grounds and breeding whenever the conditions are good. These surprisingly graceful birds have a wingspan of 2.5 meters and the largest bill of any bird at 50 centimeters long. With their giant bill, they catch fish. Preen themselves. Feed their young. And show off when they're trying to find a mate. These males are hoping to impress with their colour-flushed bills. Shaking their wares so the females can't miss it. Perhaps not colourful enough. The chaos of the sea lion breeding colony has calmed for the moment, and the pup has a chance to feed. His mother is now pregnant, but remarkably is able to put the development of her embryo on pause. This allows her to put all of her energy into caring for this pup. In 4 months' time, her embryo will start to develop. When her pup is 18 months old, he will be weaned, and she will be ready to give birth again. While this colony is currently in its breeding season, different colonies along the coast breed at different times of the year, creating a long asynchronous pupping season. This means there is never a sudden influx of newly independent sea lions competing for food resources, or attracting hordes of great white sharks who migrate through these waters and hunt sea lions. This one is homing in on the breeding colony. Not only can they detect faint electrical signals generated by swimming sea lions, they can also smell a single drop of blood in 10 billion drops of water. Apart from the occasional orca, sharks are the sea lion's only natural predator. They are a formidable threat every time the sea lions go to sea to feed. The pup is now 10 days old, and his mother hasn't fed since his birth. She needs to eat soon to continue producing the nourishing milk he needs. For the next 18 months, she will alternate between foraging trips to sea and nursing bouts ashore. Compared to the relative safety of the land, foraging trips are fraught with danger. As the pup's mother sets off, she keeps one eye out for sharks. Sea lions have sharp vision both above and below the water. The surface is the most dangerous place she can be, as great white sharks attack from below. She will dive up to 400 times a day, returning to the surface to take a breath every few minutes. Over 3 days, she will travel up to 300 kilometers in search of her favorite foods. Each sea lion has its preferred prey. Hers is the elusive and intelligent octopus, well camouflaged amongst the rocks and seagrass. Her knowledge of fishing locations and hunting techniques have been passed down to her from her mother, who fished in these very same waters. She in turn will pass this knowledge to her pups. Back on shore, the pup calls for his mum. But it's not long before curiosity gets the better of him. One of the benefits of breeding in colonies is that infants have plenty of playmates. Pups gather together in a crate while their mothers go to sea. There's safety in numbers. It's also a chance to take a few risks, and the young pup takes his first tentative steps into the shallow tidal rock pools. He instinctively puts his head under the water and starts swimming. When the tide retreats, he finds a good scratching rock. Before heading to the shade to wait for his mother's return. Pacific gulls are often found lurking near the sea lion colony. They are skilled hunters and will often prey upon fish and young birds. But today, the low tide has exposed an easier opportunity. The chance to pluck a small crab from the rock pools is always welcome. Back at the estuary, some of the chin wagging has paid off. These pelicans have successfully mated. The male is sitting on their 2 eggs, while the female collects seagrass to bolster their nest. They will build their nests out of anything that's handy, even their neighbour's nest. They share incubation duty, taking turns to guard the nest. As egg thieves lurk nearby. Australian ravens will also take young chicks given the chance. It will be about 30 days before the eggs hatch. But until then, nest maintenance continues. It's been 3 days, and the pup's mother has not yet returned. He's not old enough to find his own food and is still reliant on his mother's milk. If she doesn't come back, he will starve. The pup is not the only one waiting for his mother. Together, the lost pups search, listening for the sound of their mother's call. Finally, a sound. But whose mum is it? The pup calls out in the hope it's his mother. She follows the sound of the calls. Identities confirmed with scent, the mother and pup are reunited and waste no time in getting back to feeding. Closer to the estuary, other parents are also returning from the sea to feed their young. Caspian terns feed mostly on fish they pluck from the ocean, regurgitating them whole for their chicks to eat. Nearby, some black swans still have a little while to wait until their feeding duties begin. Like the pelicans, swans form monogamous pairs and share incubation duties. The eggs will hatch in a month's time. With breeding season over, the sea lion colony spends its time lazing on the beach. These haul-out sites are safe places for the sea lions to rest, away from predators. They warm themselves in the sun and socialize. The pup is now 2 months old and has undergone a molt and lost most of his dark fur. The dark colouring was excellent camouflage against the rocky shore he was born on. But like many marine mammals, his new coloration of a dark back and pale front is what he needs to be camouflaged in the water. While swimming at the surface, their pale front makes it harder for predators, such as sharks, to see them against the light sky. Wearing his swimming costume, it's time to learn the ropes from Mum. First, she shows him how it's done. And although he's still finding his sea legs, the pup is soon underway. This is a strange new world for the sea lion pup. Luckily, he has an expert guide. Australian sea lions have the longest period of maternal care of any type of seal. Mum will use that extra time to pass on her knowledge of the best foraging spots in the local area. Where she feeds is unique to her. Passing this on to her pup will equip him with the knowledge and skills he needs to survive on his own. He has a lot to learn. Swallowing a stone or two is a good start. This will help him grind up and digest his food, and will also act like a diver's weight belt, helping him to dive deeper. But life underwater is not all fun and games. The pup is about to learn some hard lessons. He has to share the underwater world with humans. Often trying to catch the same food. Lobster pots are a tempting trap. It is possible for the young sea lion to get caught in a pot while trying to grab an easy meal. He would drown if he couldn't return to the surface to breathe. Better designed traps are helping to prevent this, but just in case, Mum guides the pup away to safety. While foraging, the sea lions have to be ever vigilant of their number one predator. But not all of his underwater neighbours are dangerous. These playful bottlenose dolphins travel in cooperative groups, passing through the sea lion's foraging area in search of food. While they have excellent eyesight, they use echolocation to search for prey and navigate. This means they can still find food in murky waters, competing with sea lions for fish, octopus, and crustaceans. Using clicks and whistles, they engage in complex communication. On their way back to shore, the sea lion pup and his mum encounter one of their most deadly threats. And it's invisible. These gill nets are made from a very fine synthetic mesh that hangs vertically in the water. They are designed to catch fish by hooking them by the gills, that many other animals can also become entangled and drown. The pup's mum has made it back to shore. But there is no sign of her pup. In the chaos underwater, they have become separated. All she can do is wait. The pup has hauled out in a different spot. They manage to find each other amongst the basking sea lions. And celebrate by chasing away some fur seals. On the cliff tops above the beach, another uniquely Australian neighbour is on the move. Short-beaked echidnas will travel around 2.5 kilometres every day in search of ants and termites. It uses its long snout and keen sense of smell to sniff them out. Its spines are modified hairs that deter predators, so it can focus on the task at hand. The young sea lion pup has strayed to a nearby headland occupied by some long-nosed fur seals. The fur seals are about half the sea lion's size and are found in many more locations across Australia and New Zealand. Like the sea lions, commercial sealing brought the fur seals to near extinction. Their populations have recovered much faster than the sea lions, perhaps due to a shorter breeding cycle and a broader diet. Fur seals also start breeding younger and breed more frequently. A large male sea lion could kill a fur seal, but luckily for this fur seal, the young sea lion is no real threat. Close to the beach, in a rocky crevice, a little penguin has made a nest. After a day spent foraging at sea, it has returned to tend its chick. Little penguins are the smallest of all penguins, growing to only 40 centimetres tall. And they raise just a single chick each year. Like the sea lions, the chick is completely dependent on its parents returning to feed it. Come dawn, the penguin will leave its chick in the nest to feed at sea again.